Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of my album collection. Today, you better go grab a can of Foster's Lager, right? Because we're going down under. That's right. My album collection today comes from the Bad Boys of Australia. So let's get this started, all right? Here we go. The Bad Boys. The Bee Gees. Yeah, okay. Great band though, but no. The Bad Boys from Down Under. Little River Band. No? All right, listen, that's 2 strikes. I ain't got all day, guys. Just get to the freaking point, all right? Oh. All right, here we go. That's 2 strikes. The Bad Boys from Down Under. Keith Urban. You know, not for nothing, you guys are laughing, but this guy's a really good guitar player. You know what I mean? He can blow away some of these rock guys. You know, and don't sleep on the country guys, because a lot of these guys grew up listening to Aerosmith and Kiss and Ted Nugent. You know, Garth Brooks was a huge Kiss fan, so, you know, take it easy. Where was I? Oh, yeah. In the beginning, back in 1955, man didn't know about that rock and roll show and all that jive. The white man had the smarts and the black man had the blues, but no one knew what Tchaikovsky knew. But he said, let there be AC/DC. That's the worst Australian accent I've ever heard. But yes, today, AC/DC, my album collection. By the way, pick up this book by Mr. Paul Elliott. No, it's not Joe Elliott's brother. Cool book. Got a lot of facts. A lot of cool pictures. If you don't want to read, it's got enough pictures for you. Keep you occupied, you know what I mean? All right, so let's get on with it. Today, AC/DC, my album collection. Boom. Let's do this. Starting off. First album, my original copy, High Voltage. All right, American version. That's the back, as you all well should know by now. And it's got Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll singer, High Voltage, TNT. She's got balls. I mean, great album. I mean, as soon as the needle goes on there and Long Way to the Top kicks in, you're on your way. The bagpipes, awesome shit. And this is the album. I show you the vinyl real quick. This is the American version, nothing fancy. This might be the international version, I don't know, but this is the copy I got, all right? Settle down. There's the label, and that's the other side. But yeah, this is a badass album for a first time album shot. Oh, I wanted to show you something too. $5.99 is what I paid for this. $6. And how much is this now? $25, $30? Oh my God. Forget about it. All right. I also got it in picture disc, which is pretty cool, but they got the songs on the front cover and the back is the same, right? So at this point, the basic lineup, you know, you got Bon Scott, Angus, Malcolm, Phil Rudd, and Mark Evans on bass, all right? Here's another copy. I do believe this might be the Australian copy. Now, I don't know if this came first or that came first. I don't know. You got Google it, all right? Google. But that's it. I like the little dog in the corner over here. He's like, oh, I gotta take a leak, you know? Forget about it, I gotta go. But this one's got different songs than that one. This has got Baby Please Don't Go, She's Got Balls, Little Lover, which is on that one. Stick Around, Soul Stripper, You Ain't Got a Hold on Me, Love Song, Show Business. And I'll show you the back. All right, you guys get the gist of the back. Very cool. Now, I bought this a week after I bought that. I saw both in the store, but, you know, I picked that one up first, and then I just went back. Don't ask me why. And I just picked this up. I mean, I've had this since freaking high school. I mean, if you can find it now, it might be worth some money. I mean, I don't know. But I'll show you the album. Here you go, Albert Productions. So I'm assuming this is the Australian release. You guys got all that? Pretty cool. And I listened to it. You know, it's pretty cool. Some of the songs on here ended up on that EP it is, 74 Jailbreak. So it's good. You pick it up, you go pick it up, you can find it, go get it. It might cost you some scamoles, but you can find it, all right? Moving on. Here's another version. Different cover. All right? Now, I don't know, again, if this was an Australian thing or if this was the English version, you know, England. But it's got the same songs. The back is still the same. All right, nothing changed there. Just the cover. All right, and again, I bought this a couple weeks later. But yeah, you can see the sleeve right there. Made in England. Yeah. Metal. And that's that, the typical Atlantic label. Right, same song, sounds great. Sounds great. Throw this over here. So how's everybody doing? You guys doing good? You had a good day today? Yeah, it's glad to hear it. All right. Now also in that same version, I got it in picture disc. All right. Pretty cool. Same thing on the back. Nothing fancy there. All right. But wait, there's more. There's another version. All right. I think this might be the Australian version as well. It's a gatefold. She opens up like this. All right. Got all that. Take it in. Take it in. Now this one has got the same songs as the first album. Only there's one extra song on here that's not on the first album. And that's the Chuck Berry song, School Days. Right there. Bada bing. See that? There you go. Same songs. So this is a cool copy. Again, that might cost you some scamoles. If you want to pick it up somewhere, then go get it. Your life, your rules. You want to spend the money? Go spend the money. And this is the label. Again, on Albert Productions. Where are we here? There we go. Oh. Now this one is called TNT and it's not called High Voltage. So you got some similarities. Some differences there. Similarities. 6 of one, half dozen of another. It's all the same. And throw this back in this little plastic thing here because I don't want to get it stretched. All right. So now, what you think should be next is not. At least it wasn't here in the States. If it was over there in Australia, but I'm not going to mention the album yet. I'll mention it when it comes up. But if you think I'm skipping it, I'm not skipping it. So hold your water there, Snapperhead, all right? So now we're coming to, if I had to rank the AC/DC albums, in my opinion, my number ones are a tie. It's a tie because there's 2 albums that I freaking love that back to back, I freaking love them, all right? This is the first one. That's right. Let There Be Freaking Rock, man. This album just explodes the second the freaking needle hits the freaking album, man. This is my original copy. You know, just from Bon Scott. The 1, 2, 3, down. Go down, man. From Go Down to Dog Eat Dog. Let There Be Rock. Supposedly Phil Rudd. Either 1 or 2 takes for Let There Be Rock. Right through it, man. You know, I'll get into him a little bit back, later, but that guy doesn't get a lot of credit for what he does. Bad Boy Boogie, Problem Child, Overdose, Hell Yeah, Bad Place to Be, and Whole Lot of Rosie. I mean, by the end of this album, if your blood ain't pumping and your adrenaline ain't going, I don't know, there's something wrong with you because this album's killer. Just the sound of it alone, it's angry. It's like Black Sabbath Sabotage. You can tell the guys are freaking pissed off, right? I mean, and that's the problem what I have with the later AC/DC stuff. The sound it's too smooth. I mean, you get around to Highway to Hell and Back in Black and even For Those About to Rock, it's slicker sounding. But now, like the later albums, it's just way too slick, man. It's like the sound guy, the engineer there, you got to get the balls back. You got to get the balls back. All right, so that's my original copy of Let There Be Rock. All right. Same old Atco label. Nothing fancy there, but I played this album to death. Played it to death. Get this back in here. I mean, even today, constantly, I freaking love this album. All right, so now we come into the remasters. Now, the AC/DC remaster, CD and albums, whoever did, the mastering, remaster of these things did a great job because they crank. Explosive. He did a great sound job on the remasters. Everything is just like right up there, man, and they sound phenomenal. So this is just a remastered copy. Nothing different. It's the same songs. Okay, it's the same everything. On the inner sleeve, you got some pictures and some, a little bit of liner notes there. The band, in that time era, 77. All right, and basically it's just black vinyl with the black label. You know, all of these, you know, AC/DC remasters, you can either pick them up at your favorite record store or you can find them online. You know, you go to Amazon, these are the copies you're going to get. All right? So now my last copy of Let There Be Rock. It's a Japanese press, okay? We got our friend the OBI back, and like I said, I'll do a video on that at some point. Same cover, there's no extra songs. This over here says it's a sample copy, you know, promo, I guess. It comes with the, you know, the inner sleeve. Everything in Japanese, I don't understand what the hell it says. But then on the back, you got the English lyrics, which is kind of cool sometimes. You know, you want to sing along, want to sing karaoke, you got the words. But the vinyl is kind of cool because it's way, way different, all right? It's still on Atlantic, but it's a white vinyl, and it's got the Japanese writing up there. Now, I don't know if that says Let There Be Rock or AC/DC. I don't know, you tell me. That's the other side. So this is pretty cool. Again, this would be my #1 pick if I had to rank these things, along with the next album that I'm going to come up with. But Let There Be Rock is killer, man. Fucking killer. The next album that is tie #1 with me if I had to do an album ranking. Yeah, you know what it is. Come on, man. It's freaking Powerage, dude. Like, really? This is another killer. No filler. Everything on here is just rah, right? Rock and Roll Damnation. Now, supposedly that was a record company trying to tell these guys to come up with like a single or something, a little more radio friendly. Rock and Roll Damnation, yeah. Right? Down Payment Blues. I mean, Bond's lyrics are just fucking phenomenal. Give Me a Bullet. Riff Raff. That song Riff Raff. Man, what a... Just the way it starts and when it goes into the freaking riff, it just relentless. It doesn't let up. It's like the song Let There Be Rock. It just keeps going and going and going. It just grabs you by the freaking throat. Right, calm down. You know, a little time, my blood pressure gets up. All right. Then it jumps into Sin City, What's Next to the Moon, Gone Shooting, Up to My Neck in You, and Kicked in the Teeth. Listen, those last two songs, if you broke up with your girlfriend, boyfriend, and you play those two songs, forget about it. Done. It's my original copy. And it looks so like it is. Nothing fancy. Atlantic label. All right? There you go. Powerage. Now, you know, back to the Phil Rudd thing real quick. Like him and Charlie Watts, a lot of people don't give those guys credit for what they do. Because, oh, they just play, the 4 on the floor, you know, Listen, man. Phil Rudd has got a swagger to the way he plays. The way he's just going from the hi-hat to the snare, it's, you know, it's like this, man. It's not, you know, he's not overthinking anything. He's not playing, you know, he's not Neil Peart, you know what I mean? And he's just going at it, man. You know, if you watch the DVD of Let There Be Rock, and you just watch him, man, or any old video you can find, and watch Phil. And Charlie, too, man. I mean, those guys, they're the freaking backbones of the band, man. Nothing fancy, and they just keep at it, man. Rock steady. And that's what you want. All right. So now we come to the remastered. All right. Same thing. Nothing going on there. Same songs. Same everything. All right. You got your inner sleeve. You got the pictures. Some more pictures there. Rocking and rolling. Now, this is where Cliff Williams comes in to play bass. All right. Evans is out. Cliff comes in. Whoop, there you go. So, there you go. Just back on black. Back on black. No pun intended for you AC/DC guys. All right. So, those are my 2 copies there. Then, I picked up this. Boom. This is recorded live from the Powerage tour. I basically found this on freaking Amazon, man. You know, 180 gram. It wasn't expensive at all. It's a radio broadcast, and it sounds great, man. This was recorded in San Francisco, September 3rd, 1977. There you go. Those are the songs. All right. So, yeah. So, on here, you got, they do Kicked in the Teeth, and they do Up to My Neck in You. And Baby Please Don't Go. I love the way AC/DC plays that song, man. This comes on a colored vinyl. It's a nice red. Okay, pretty cool. There you go. Yeah, you can find us on Amazon, man. Or maybe your local record store's got it. You should support your local record store first before you do any online stuff, all right? Keep them guys in business. So now we go into, now if you heard me rant and rave on my Judas Priest video and my Saxon video, there's another underrated freaking live album, all right? If You Want Blood, you got it. Again, should have been a double album. Don't get me started because I already ranted and raved on the other freaking videos. So why don't you want to go there now? And that's the back cover. I like Phil's drums. Those are cool. Badass. You know, you got your riff-raff. I mean, Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be, Bad Boy Boogie, The Jack. Now, The Jack. The lyrics are different on here than they are on the album, all right? Now, I'm not going to repeat the lyrics here. This is a very G-rated show, all right? So you want to listen to it, you go pick this up and see the difference in the lyrics, all right? I'm not getting into that. Whole Lot of Rosie, I guess, right? Rock and Roll Damnation, High Voltage. I love the High Voltage version on here, the live version. Let There Be Rock and The Rocker. Oh, wait, The Rocker. That's not on any of the songs, the albums we mentioned yet. Where did that song come from? Yeah. We're getting there. I told you we're going to get there. Be patient. Oh, wait. Slow down. All right. Oh, funny thing with this album. So I don't know if any of you guys remember back in the day, if you got like the TV Guide or any kind of magazine, there was always an insert in there for like Columbia House. This one here was RCA, all right, music. Let me get this, you can see a little bit right there, right? So basically what you did was it cost you a penny. You took your penny, you scotch taped it onto this little form, and you were able to order, I don't know, a couple of albums, right? Or 8 tracks, whatever the hell. And they would send it to you. And basically what you did was, you know, you got your little stash and then you canceled, you know, because basically after that, your membership, you had to pay $8, $9 for the next 3 albums. It's the whole mess, whatever. But the day that this album showed up at my house, my mother was like, hey, you got mail over there. I said, all right. I came home from school. I opened it up and it's the live album. And I started laughing like, oh my God, because that night I was going to Madison Square Garden to go see AC/DC live. What a coinkydink, right? I even wrote it down here, all right? Look. December 2nd, 1981. Oh, I'm dating myself. The night AC/DC played Madison Square Garden on For Those About to Rock tour. That's when I got this. I wrote it down, you know. But anywho, so yeah, this is the label. And by the way, they were great that night. AC/DC is extremely freaking loud in concert. They're clear, but they're loud. And that was a great tour. And cannons going off and shit. Forget about it. All right. This is the remastered 180 gram, right? Nothing fancy. It's got the same songs. Nothing going on there. This is the sleeve. All right. Cool picks. Some liner notes. Bon Scott in action there. And again, it's just black vinyl with the black label. There you go. Again, should have been a double freaking album. Ay. All right. But yeah, I got another version. Hold on. Don't you go nowhere. Don't you hit pause, all right? I don't like when you hit pause because then I got to like... And then I look like a retard, you know? Anyway. All right. Japanese version. Got the OBI there. Yeah, that thing right there. Right? Same cover. Same back. Nothing different. Comes with the inner sleeve. Comes with a little bio, right? Stuff I don't understand. And then it comes with the lyrics, which is cool. And then, you know, the label on here, it's the same old. Only though, if you read all the fine print in here, it will say, you know, made in Japan, Tokyo, which is cool. Japanese pressing. There you go. All right, so now we're moving on, right? Now they're done with that era. Now they get a big-time producer there, Mr. Mutt, John Mutt Lang. And they come up with a lot of people's favorite albums, which is, you know, understandable. It's a great freaking album. Highway to Hell. Right? Now, supposedly the record company didn't want them to call this Highway to Hell because they were afraid. Like everything else, right? Oh my God. You know, compared to today's standards, this is nothing. Right? They gave Priest hell for naming their album killing machine. Oh, you can't do that, you know. Come on, man. That's my original copy. It's the same Gumuzigyan here, the label, right? Nothing fancy. You know. And all this stuff came out well before the PMRC women's up there sitting there on Capitol Hill trying to change laws and whatnot. Oh my God, that was another freaking joke. Don't get me started on that. Go D. Snyder. And John Denver, by the way. All right. Then we go into the remastered version. Same thing. It's got the same songs. You know, you got your Highway to Hell, Girls Got Rhythm, great song. Walk All Over You, great song. Touch Too Much. Beating Around a Bush, Shot Down in Flames. Get It Hot If You Want Blood. I think that's my favorite song on here. Love Hungry Man and Night Prowler. Now, AC/DC got a lot of crap for this song, Night Prowler, because I don't know if this guy was out in California somewhere, you know, stalking people, doing whatever. I forget the story, but they always, it's the band's fault. You know, anything that happens bad is the band's fault. It's got nothing to do with these guys. You know, Ozzy was getting blamed for stuff. As we all know, Judas Priest was getting blamed for stuff. Motley Crue, I mean, it was a joke. It had nothing to do with the freaking band. If an individual wants to go out there and do something, and, you know, oh, it was the band that made me do it. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's nothing to do with that. That's all, yeah, forget about it. So it's the remastered version, right? So you got your songs there. I mean, your pictures in the liner notes. Same thing on the inside, all right? Nothing fancy, but these things sound great. I got one more version coming up. Again, Highway to Hell. Same thing, same thing. Now, I don't know if this is a bootleg or not. Everything is legit as far as I know. But it sounds great. It's on 180 gram. And it kind of looks like Eddie's. All right? It's salmon colored. The label looks all legit. This looks all legit. I played it. Everything sounds great. Nice and loud. Sounds awesome. Now, I noticed, just like this, I noticed there's a lot of Kiss albums like that, too, out there. I've seen Love Gun and Hotter Than Hell and Dressed to Kill that are different colors, but they're not part of Universal or Casablanca, whoever freaking Kiss's label is these days. But I don't know. But they all come with these cool little posters, usually with the album cover. All right? Which is cool, you know. I got a Number of the Beast like this too, which I will show you in another video. All right. So now, coming up, you know, and another thing with AC/DC. Yeah, settle down. A lot of people give them shit saying that they wrote the same album, I don't know, 30 times, 40 times, whatever, how many albums they got. They write the same album over and over again. Listen, man, the one thing with AC/DC that I love is that they do that. They know who they are. Right? They know their audience. They know their music. Why change it? Why change it? You know, these guys didn't start putting makeup on. They didn't use freaking hairspray. They weren't on stage wearing spandex and freaking stupid-ass color clothes, right? They weren't trying to be Bon Jovi or some Sunset Strip freaking band. They stayed true to who they were. Blue-collared, working man, fucking music, man. And that's why they're great. These guys still sell out arenas regardless of album sales. They'll go out there and boom, selling out all over the world. So I don't want to hear it, all right? Yeah, I know you agree with me because you're a fan like I am. All right, this is a live album. Yeah, it's a double album, all right? This was, it's called Touch Too Much, the Bon Scott Years, live. And it's got a show from 1979, the King Biscuit Flower Hour. It's got another show, King Biscuit Flower Hour, again from 79. I don't know if, is it the same college? Yeah, it's just the one show. And then the other one was recorded in San Francisco, September 3rd, 77. So it's all radio broadcast. There is a ton of radio broadcasting live albums you can find. There's a bunch of them. I'm not about to go out and buy every freaking single thing, all right? So that's the front. This is the back, all right? Shows you the words. It's cool. Opens up. Well, I got that. All right, and it opens up again. It's a freaking trifold. Check it out. All right, and I listened to it. It sounds great. You know, it's not like your standard bootleg that sounds like crap. It wasn't with some guy with a little tape recorder, you know. This is the album looks like. It's a red vinyl. Looks like that. Ho! There you go. So yeah, you know, you want to pick these things up and cool, you know, a little live AC/DC, you can't go wrong, man. All right, so now, Highway to Hell, they're playing all over the place, man, right? Exploding. You know, planting those seeds, words catching on, everybody loves the freaking album. Problem is, we lose Bon Scott. You know, huge freaking loss, man. You know, you lose your voice of your band. It's tough, man. You know, these guys, they were like brothers. So we lose Bon. You guys all know why. So they move on, as we all know, right? They get Brian Johnson. They grab Mutt Lange again, back into the studio. And they come out with, you know, the #1 selling hard rock friggin' metal album. There you go. Back in Black. You all know it. You've seen it a gazillion times. It's everywhere. This is my original copy. You know, even today, when I listen to Hell's Bells, you know, the first song, the needle drops, and you just hear the tone of that bell, man. My hair stand up. Look, you see? My hair standing up. It's just so ominous. It's spooky. It's just, what a great way to start an album, you know, with the loss of Bon and everything like that. It's just a killer fucking album, man. I mean, you guys all know the songs, you know, Hell's Bells, Back in Black, Shoot the Thrill, Giving a Dog a Bone, What Do You Do for Money, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution, Shake a Leg is a great song, Have a Drink on Me. How many times have you guys took a freaking beer in your hand or a drink and said, have a drink on me? Come on, man, killer stuff. Let Me Put My Love Into You, and of course, You Shook Me All Night Long. Now, supposedly in the studio, the producer, Mutt, you know how the song, it kind of like breaks up? You know, it's kind of choppy between the lyrics and the music. Well, the producer just wanted it to stay straight. He didn't want that choppiness. But Malcolm's goes like, hell no. Malcolm said, no. This is how we're going to do it. And lo and behold, became a big freaking hit. You know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes you got to stick to your guns as, you know, an artist. You got to do what you got to do. Forget about it. All right. Original copy. In the sleeve, got some liner notes there. And you got the pictures. All right. Welcome, Brian. Awesome. All right. That was the label back in the day. Right. Atlantic. Silver and Black. Again, it played this album to death, man. I just forget it. All right. Now I get the remaster. It's the same thing. 180 gram. Got the shrink wrap on it. That's why it's shiny. It's the inner sleeve that the album comes in. All right. Awesomeness. It also came in this paper one with the plastic in the middle. I don't know why I haven't transferred it. It's probably safer in this. But yeah, it's the same thing. Just black. Back in Black. All right. Hold on. I got another pressing. Settle down. Don't get off that couch yet. Come here to me. All right. It's my Japanese pressing of it. All right. Nothing fancy. Same thing. I mean, you're not going to change the album cover, right? Same listing on the back. The same way, you know, it's not in order. That goes there. Right. Now, this was the album sleeve that the original album came in, but this one is a little book. All right. And it's got the lyrics. A little bio. That goes there. And the album itself is on, you know, the standard Atlantic label. Fancy that. Yeah, man, AC/DC killed it on this tour. I still have my tour program from this tour. It's up there. And that'll be another video one day. If I go and show you my guys, my tour programs. Oh my God. All right. So this, part of the tour. Back Home with Brian, recording in Melbourne. This is live again. I picked this up on Amazon. It wasn't all that expensive. It's got Hell's Bells, Shut Down in Flames, Sin City, Back in Black, Bad Boy Boogie, The Jack, What Do You Do for Money, Honey, Highway to Hell, High Voltage, Whole Lotta Rosie, Rocker, You Shook Me All Night Long, Rock and Roll and Noise Pollution, TNT, and Let There Be Rock. All right, that's the back. It's a bit of a gatefold. All right, it's Brian and Angus. doing their thing. We got a little story there. Let's show you the vinyl. Nice white. Cool. Brian and Angus again. And then the other side, you got that. And again, it sounds great. You know, it's just radio broadcast. Soundboard stuff. Sounds awesome, man. You know, it's mixed well. All right, so the album you guys thought I forgot about in the beginning comes into play now, here in America. So the record company back in the day, over here in the States, you know, radio at the time, all you had was Boston, Kansas, the Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, Jackson Browne, Steve Miller, stuff like that. That's what was on the radio waves here. I mean, it was, you know, that's what it was. So when Atlanta, Dick, when AC/DC came out with their other album, following High Voltage, the record company's like, yo, man, I don't know how well that's going to blend in over here. I don't think we should release it. We should probably just shelve it. You know, maybe AC/DC needs another singer. Another singer? You want to replace Bon Scott? What the hell's wrong with you? You know, this executives, I don't get it, man. Could you imagine if they replaced Bon Scott? Oh, my God. So anyway, so now Back in Black is selling what? 3 million copies a week? Or, you know, some ridiculous amount. I mean, it still sells well these days. It's probably still on the damn charts, right? So what the record company did, because now, you know, Angus and the boys are going back in the studio to record, the record company's like, oh my God, we have such a major hit on our hand. We need to release some more product. So what do? They go back into the vault and they bust this out. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Oh, now you want to release this. Now, I don't know if this was released in, you know, back in Australia back in 1976. I don't know. You got to do your fact check. You know, this ain't a history lesson. Just little tidbits, all right? Settle down over there. You got time. Go freaking Google it. All right? So that got released here. And, you know, the front, the back. You know, you got some great songs on here, man. I don't know why they shelved this. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Love It First Feel. Big Balls. Oh, there's Rocker. Hey! Problem Child again, right? So Let That Be Rockin'. Now it's on here again. Same version, too. There's going to be some rockin'. Ain't No Fun. Waiting around to Be a Millionaire. That is a great freaking song. That is a great deep cut. Right On. That's another great freaking song, man. It's just, you know, Bond singing about life on the road, man. It's just slow. It's freaking great, man. And it ends with, you know, freaking Squealer. Fucking great album. Killing me. Well, that's my original version. All right. So this was the inner sleeve. It came with the words. All right. And then the record itself is just a standard Atlantic label. Nothing fancy there. But yeah, man, it's fucking unbelievable. It was fine. I think I was watching something on TV today, something on Netflix, whatever. And they're showing a car pull up, and what's blasting out of the car radio? Dirty Deeds. Like, go figure, right? All right, so that's my original version. This is the remastered 180, all right? Pick it up at your local record store. Same songs, same everything. Sounds amazing, though. All right, that's the record sleeve, the inner sleeve. All right? There you go. And the same thing on the inside is just back with the black. Now, I got another version. Oh, I didn't take the record out. Please hold. All right. This is my other version. I'll do a little close-up. This is the other album cover. All right? The Australian release of this. A little cartoony drawing there. It's pretty badass. Right? Them hanging out. Now, the thing with this is it's got some different songs on it. All right? So this one starts off with Dirty Deeds. Then it goes into Ain't No Fun, which is on side 2 of the other album. There's going to be some rockin', Problem Child. Then we get Squealer, which is the last song on the other album. Then we got Big Balls, which is on the first side of the other album. But then we got the song R.I.P., Rest in Peace, right? Then it goes into Right On, and then you get your other song, Jailbreak, which we all know is on the EP of Jailbreak. But I love this. This is great. This is a great listen, just front to back. Not that the other one isn't, but because of those 2 extra songs, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I'm sure you guys heard R.I.P. by now. It's freaking great. Fucking rocking tune, man. But yeah, so if you can find this, again, it might cost you some scamoles, but, you know, if you got it, you want it, fucking go get it, man. Stop being a wuss, just go pick it up. All right, this is the label. Upside down. There you go. Another Albert Productions. All right. That's the other side. Badass, man, right? It's badass. And AC/DC is a badass band. Could you imagine if these guys started wearing spandex and fucking hairspray and shit like that? Freaking eyeliner? Oh my God. Hell no. Hell no. I also have this on picture disc. All right? Same thing, same songs. All right. So now, after all that freaking hoopla, now the guys are finally done recording, and then they come out with, you know, the follow-up to Back in Black, and they come out with For Those About to Rock. All right? Now, a lot of people gave him shit about this. It's not all that great. I mean, how are you going to top Back in Black that's selling a gazillion albums, you know, every 3 seconds? You can't. You can't. So to say that this was a failure, it was not a failure, all right? It sold. Not as, you know, gazillion, but come on, man. Like, seriously, you got to get off this numbers game sometimes. All right? So you all know it's a gatefold, right? You all know the songs. For Those About to Rock, Evil Walk, COD, Spellbound, Put the Finger on You, Let's Get It Up, Inject the Venom, Breaking the Rules, Snowballed, and Night of the Long Knives. Now, for me, all right. So some of the songs ain't that great. I mean, even the band will tell you, because I think they were butting heads with Mutt, you know, in the studio, probably around this time, if not earlier. But by now, they were kind of like, oh my God, dude, you know, stop telling me how to play a guitar lead. I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know stuff I read. What do I know, right? But for me, you know, standout tracks, I love For Those About to Rock. Evil Walks is cool. COD is cool. Spellbound is cool. Put the Finger on You. Men's amends, you know. Let's Get It Up. Yeah, if I'm in the mood. Inject the Venom. At first, when I bought this, I didn't like that song. But now it's cool. I kind of dig it. Breaking the Rules. Snowballed is cool. Night of the Long Knives. So, I mean, you know, the album doesn't suck, all right? It's still better than half of the new shit that's coming out today, so don't even go there. All right, that's my original copy. Shoot, man, you got the label, all right? Same thing on the other side. All right, remastered version. It's the same thing, all right? It's the same freaking thing. Same thing, same songs, same gatefold. It just sounds great. All right, the inner sleeve. Get your picks. Got a little liner notes going on there. Oh, and this was a great tour, man. You know, when you saw this for the first time, you didn't know. I mean, they bring the cannons up. You had no idea these things were going to shoot off. Now you go to see them and you know they're going to shoot off. But at first, you had no idea those things were going to go. And when they played For Those About to Rock, the song, and I'm Madison Square Garden, man, and they, boom, I mean, the whole arena just freaking blew up. It was freaking great. All right. But wait, there's more. Let me see. Got stuff in here? All right, took it out. All right, Japanese pressing. Right? Same thing, same cover, same songs. Nothing different. Gatefold's still the same. All right? Just that it was pressed in Japan. All right, let me get the other stuff here. It's kind of stuck. Bear with me, please. Okay. So, like all the other ones, it comes with this, right? It comes with the lyrics, which is kind of good because, you know, Brian, you know, sometimes you can't understand what the hell he's saying. Love you, Brian. Right? And it came with this, I don't know, this kind of order form kind of thingy. And it's kind of cool that it's actually still in the album. Right? The album itself is pretty much the same as the American one. I don't think there's anything different on here. No. Same thing. Right? Voila. Voila. Now, a lot of bands back in the day, especially Iron Maiden, were putting out these 12-inch singles, right? So like when Run to the Hills came out and Flight of Icarus, you know, the one side had the studio track and then the other side of the 12-inch had like some live stuff. Or, you know, in Iron Maiden's case, it had a bunch of cover songs, which is freaking great. So AC/DC came out with a couple. Right, I got this one. Let's Get It Up. Back in Black and TNT Live. Okay, it's 12-inch, that's the back. Now don't kid yourself, because 12 inches sound, they sound great. Reason being is that the grooves are spread out further. You know, on a regular album, you know, the grooves are kind of squished together to fit all the songs on there. which is why usually you got 5 songs on one side and 5 songs on the other, because they got to squeeze the stuff in. On 12 inches, you ain't got to do that. All right? So as you can see, I don't know if you're able to see, but Let's Get It Up is almost the whole side. You're not going to be able to tell. Maybe a little bit. It's almost the whole side. All right? And you got the other 2 on the other side. What I want to find a radio broadcast or soundboard recording of the Back in Black and TNT from that concert. I don't know if it was Maryland, Largo or something. I forgot where it was. But because they sound great. I wish I had like the whole thing. All right, anyway. So then I got another 12-inch single. This one is For Those About to Rock with Let There Be Rock Live on the other side. Okay, so it's cool. That's the back. And these are cool to pick up, you know. Made in Great Britain. Metal Britain. Right? There you go. Here's the label. Boom. Now, again, I've had these since freaking, oh my God, junior high school. Not a fingerprint on them. Got to tell you a story real quick. And if my friend is watching, he knows what I'm about to say right now. Little thing. I do not lend albums out anymore to anybody. Reason being, I had lent my Rainbow Rising album out to my buddy. Yeah, he's probably laughing right now. And, you know, you would go over his house in his bedroom and, you know, he would have albums just like spread all over the place. You know, just out of the sleeves, out of the covers, on his freaking bedroom floor, and then come walking in. So after about a week or 2, I'm like, yo, dude, I want my Rainbow album back. So I get it back. I go home. A couple days later, I want to throw it on, right? Because I haven't had it. I go to put it on. Right? And this ain't the album, but going across the whole section here was a freaking sneaker mark. That's right. Bonehead walked on my freaking album with his Pro-Ked sneakers. Maybe you remember Pro-Ked's Converse sneakers? Identical. I wanted to kill him. To this day, we laugh about it, but I was like, ugh. Oh my God, on my Rainbow Rising album. Footprint. Yeah, I still talk to him. He's lucky. Anyway. All right. So now the guys are kind of done with Mutt Lange, you know, and they want to kind of move on. I guess they're tired of, you know, button heads. So their next album comes out, and it's a little, not as slick. It's a little more raw, all right? It's more dry sounding to these ears. It's dry sounding, all right? And they come out with Flick of the Switch, all right? And that's the back, my original copy. Now, when I first bought this and I first put it on, I first heard Rising Power, I'm like, come on. You know, it's a little too slow to be starting this album with, but it grew on me. You know, now I freaking love the song, you know. Then it goes into Houses on Fire, cool song. Flick of the Switch, cool song. Nervous Shakedown, cool song. Landslide, great song, man. Side 1 is good, man. Side 2, you flip the guy over. Oh, Guns for Hire, great song. Deep in the Holes, cool. Bedlam in Belgium. All right, so big riot going on over there in Belgium. Badlands is cool, you know. Slide guitar action going on there, a little bluesy. And then Brain Shake. So this album is good. It's better than what's coming next, I can tell you that much. So yeah, I dig this album. It's very underrated. And, you know, it doesn't get talked about as much as it probably should have, you know, because it's just a plain cover. But still, the song quality on here is good. My opinion, all right? So settle down over there. If you don't like it, that's your prerogative, right? Me, I kind of dig it. All right, original copy. Actually, I think the date is still in here when I bought it. Please hold. Yep, 8/27/83. I don't know if you can see that. It don't matter. Just take my word for it, right? That's when I bought it. All right, original copy. This was the sleeve. It's just all white. A couple little notes there. All right. Vinyl itself. All right. Same thing on the other side. Flick of the Switch. Throw that there. I got another, well, yeah, that's my original. This is the remastered. All right, it's shiny because it's got the shrink wrap still on it. Same songs. The album sleeve, it's got the pictures, all right? Cool. This was a cool tour too. All right, same thing. So basically all the remastered 180 gram that you're gonna find in your local record store or Amazon, whatever you're gonna get, is gonna look like this. Stay. I got another version. Of course I do, right? It's the Japanese version, all right? Japanese pressing, same thing. Same songs. Comes with, so the album sleeve that I just showed you is on this little piece of paper. It's just that and this. One sheet of paper. Then it comes with the usual, right? Bio stuff written in Japanese. And on the other side, the American lyrics. I mean, these are cool to pick up. You know, if you want to go find them, I'm sure you can find them on eBay. Some of them, the Bon Scott ones, are probably more money than the Brian Johnson ones, you know. But if you want to add them to your collection, go for it, man. All right, this one is on a red label. Check it out, okay? Let me flip it for you. And that's the other side. But yeah, this album has grown on me over the years, and I actually like it. You know, I like every song on there. All right, so now, that's the last album with Phil Rudd. He splits to go do whatever it is he's got to do. I don't know. So now we move on. Now they get their new drummer, Simon Wright, who I saw when he was in Dio. And I saw him at the Roseland Ballroom in New York City. And where Phil Rudd is his, you know, swagger, Simon is just boom, boom, boom. He's double-fisted, just power, man. He just slams the drums. He slams the cymbals. Like, no mercy on his drum skins, man. Just none. Good drummer, man. Another guy nobody really talks about, but he's a solid-ass drummer, man. All right? So, they go back in the studio. They got Simon, and they come out with Fly on the Wall. All right? So now this is when AC/DC starting to take, musically, starting to take a little dip for me, all right? This is kind of like their Judas Priest point of entry. Now, I'm not crazy about this album, all right? Whoever engineered Brian's voice, he sounds like, they see too much reverb or too much echo. He sounds like the band is in the living room and he's out in the garage singing. You know what I mean? And his voice is trying to catch up to the band. There's some kind of effect on his voice that drives me freaking crazy, all right? But it's got some good songs. I like Fly on the Wall's cool. First Blood is good. Hella High Water is a cool song. Sent for the Man, Back in Business is cool. But Shake Your Foundations. Now, I like the song until they come into the chorus. When they start going, oh, shake your that oh, drives me freaking crazy. Please stop doing that. It gets into the nerve and just rattles me. Oh my God. No more of that. All right? Brian, please. Right? So then, Danger is Stand Up, Playing with Girls. But, it's still a solid album. But, like I said, it's kind of like, Judas Priest's point of entry. If I put it on and listen to it from beginning to end, it's cool. I don't have a problem with it. But if I'm going to take a song off, like I'm put on my quote-unquote iPods, yeah, that's right, I'm old, I got iPods. There's only like 3 or 4 songs I'll take off. All right? So original album, this was the sleeve. It came with the words, AC/DC on the back. I do believe, the label's brown. Okay? Same thing on the other side. And that's the only copy I got besides the CD over there. I didn't buy the remaster. I probably should. I don't know why I haven't. I think I'm going to do that. All right, so after Fly on the Wall, we come up with Blow Up Your Video. All right, now at this point in time, MTV is huge, and the Sunset Strip, all these LA bands, California bands are all over MTV. Everything. Everything was like, you got to make a video. You come out with your album, you had to go spend, $250,000 on a freaking video now to get on MTV to help you boost album sales. It was like hand in hand at this point. It was ridiculous. freaking bands were like in debt for freaking years. I mean, you know, the money you can buy a house with, these guys are making videos with, and half of them fucking sucked. All right? Anyway, so blow up your video. You got Heat Seeker, That's the Way I Want to Rock and Roll, Mean Street, Go Zone, Kissin' Dynamite, Nick of Time, Some Sin for Nothing. What's this, a Motley Crue song? No, don't do that anymore. Let Motley Crue do that, please. Rough Stuff, Two's Up, This Means War is a cool song. You know, Heat Seeker's all right. It was the hit off of here. That's the Way I Want to Rock and Roll is cool. Mean Streak, This Means War is cool. You know, and again, by the time this was out, it was 1988, whatever. You know, you had your Metallicas, your Megadeths, your Testament. I mean, thrash was huge, man. Slayer, all those bands just coming up, just, you know, completely different genre, you know. And then you had the hairband shit. So between the hairband and the thrash stuff, you know, bands like AC/DC and Kiss and Priest and all these bands that started all of this are now stuck in the middle between this, and they're trying to find their way. But AC/DC stuck to their guns. No makeup, no hairspray, no spandex, no nothing. That I give them credit for. That's why they still kick ass today. All right. Yeah, so back to the CD thing. So this is the remastered version, because by the time this came out, it was basically all friggin' CDs were out at the time. Now all my albums just fell. Time for a commercial break. So I only got the album, which is fine, all right? Calm down. All right, so this is the inner sleeve that the friggin' album comes in, all right? I love these inner sleeves that the remasters come in, all the, you know, really cool live shots and stuff. Again, just black on black. Can't go wrong with that. Now, this next album. If I had to rank the AC/DC albums, this one is all the way at the bottom, man. I tried 100 times, gazillion times to get into this, and I can't. I don't like the sound. I don't like the way Brian's voice sounds. The song titles. I don't know what went wrong here. I don't know if this was just them trying to come off as Aerosmith or what, because they got, you know, Aerosmith's producer to do this. But for the life of me, I cannot get into this album. And that's The Razor's Edge, you know. And by the cover, you would think this is like really like, yeah, man, it's going to sound great. No, this is like nails on a chalkboard, man. So, you know, you got Thunderstruck and Money Talks, right? Thunder. Here we go with the It's another thing you guys got to stop with. Oh my God. From the oi, 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 shake your foundations, we go into which is on a few other songs. Stop. All right. Now, Money Talks. Now here, the word money is the first time this shows up. It's going to show up 2 more times on 2 more other albums. It's another thing. Stop singing with anything with the word money in the freaking title. Ugh. Okay. But, you know, the song, you know, Fire Your Guns, Razor's Edge, I don't know what was going on with that. Mistress for Christmas? Like, what is this? Rock Your Heart Out, Are You Ready is, all right, Got You by the Balls, Shot of Love, Let's Make It, Goodbye and Good Riddance to Bad Luck. I mean, that title's okay. You know, If You Dare is cool. So, I mean, I don't know. I can't. I can't do it. So I never bought this on album. But, you know, this is the remastered CD. And I just can't do it. Can't do it. All right, that's enough of that. So now, they got better, my opinion. This album I dig, all right? Now we go into Ball Breaker. This album I dig, all right? It took me a few listens. I mean, there was like 2 standout songs right away. My first listen that I dug. But then the more I listened to this, the more I got into it. I mean, I dig the album cover. I love the colors. You know, it's all kind of comic booky. All right, that's the back end of that. Again, this is the remastered 180 version. You know, Hard as a Rock is cool. Covered in Oil. The Fear is cool. Boogeyman, nice and slow. I dig that song, man. Honey Roll's okay. Burning Alive. Hail Caesar is one of my favorites on here. Love Bomb is men's immense. Catch You With Your Pants Down. Whiskey on the Rocks. All right, that's kind of cool. And Ball Breaker. That's a great song, too. So my 2 favorites on here is Hail Caesar and Ball Breaker. That's kind of like my theme song. Fucking Ball Breaker. Never mind. Oh, wait. Forget it over there. But yeah, cool album, man. Look, I'll show you the inner sleeve. All right. Same rigmarole as the other ones. Again, it's just black. Nothing fancy there. But at least now they're trying to find their footing. They're coming back. No more Bruce Fairbairn, and I think Rick Rubin and I think Mike Frazier did this. Yeah. So that was better. All right. Moving on. Stiff Upper Lip. All right. So this one's okay. I don't listen to it much, but it's got its good points. Right. That's the back. This is the 180 gram version. Stiff Upper Lip is cool. Safe in New York City. Of course I like that song. Freaking New Yorker. How could you not like that song? Can't Stand Still. Can't Stop Rock and Roll. Satellite Blues is cool. Damned. It's cool. It's got its moments. Stiff Upper Lip. How's that for my Brian Johnson imitation? Stiff Upper Lip. Yeah, never mind. All right. It's a sleeve. Cool shots. I dig that shot of Malcolm right there. It's kind of cool. All right. The album, again, same old, same old. All right. Now we get into Black Ice. All right. Better album. Right? You really can't see the songs on the back because of the glare, but they're there. So now they did a little bit better on Brian's vocals, producing them wise, sound wise, they sounded better. It's a gatefold. Again, you're not really able to see much because of the glare. All right, but you got the gist. It's got some cool songs on it, man. Rock and Roll Train is cool. Skies on Fire, Big Jack, Anything Goes is cool. I like the riff in that. War Machine is a cool song. Oh. Speaking of War Machine, here's a question. You like this War Machine, or do you like Kiss's War Machine from Creatures of the Night? If you had to put those two and battle them together, which one would you like better? It's another discussion, right? Smash and Grab is cool. Spoiling for a Fight. Now, the song Wheels, the chorus drives me crazy. When Brian's like, Wheels! Decibel's cool. Stormy Mayday. Oh, here we go. Money Made. Song number, actually song number 3. What Do You Do for Money, Honey was the first one. Then that one and this one. So it's another freaking title with the song Money in it. We get it. You can stop now with the money titles. All right, Rock and Roll Dream, Rockin' All the Way, and the title track, Black Ice. This is a cool album, man. Good solid album. So that's a double album. This is the inner sleeve. And the other inner sleeve just has like some imagery. And it's just different label, but looks like that. All right. Not too shabby. Yeah, I play this album quite a bit. I dig it. Can you dig it? You guys, picking up what I'm laying down here so far? You with me? All right. So now we get into... So after Black Ice, we lose Malcolm, right? Huge part of AC/DC. Another total loss. First we lose Bond, and now we lose Malcolm. Killing me, right? Solid, him as a rhythm guitar player, I don't think he gets as much credit, again, as he should. The guy is just phenomenal back there. Him and Cliff and Phil, they know their job. They're just solid, pounding. They don't skip a beat. Malcolm and Cliff, they go to the front of the stage, they say a couple of words, and then they bring it back. Angus runs around like a maniac, but those other two men, they just hang back and just stay on course, man. Rhythm section, stay on course. The engine room, that's what you're supposed to freaking do, right? And those guys do it great. They're one of the best. You cannot knock them, all right? So, rock or bust, man. So they get their nephew there, Steve Young, to come in to play the rhythm guitar. Now, I don't know if they used any of Malcolm physical playing on this album, but I'm pretty sure they used a bunch of his riffs, from other songs. But yeah, man, what a shame. We love you, Malcolm, man. All right, so you got Rock or Bust on here, Play Ball, Rock the Blues Away, Misadventure, Dogs of War. Got some Rock and Roll Thunder, Hard Times, Baptism of Fire, Rock the House, Sweet Candy, and Mission Control. Right, that's the back. 180 gram, right? It's the gatefold, the iconic lightning bolt, and this picture that I'm going to show you just kills me. So like Hell's Bells, that gives me the chills every time I hear it. This photo is right up there with that, right? Malcolm and Angus's guitars together, man. And it's not even, you know, symbolic of just the guitars. It's, you know, they're brothers, man, you know, together. All these years and everything that they've battled through, all the thick and thin that these guys have been through as a band and as people, you know, they just survivors, man. And that picture is just priceless. It's freaking great. You know, Malcolm's Gretsch guitar, man. That is just a great freaking photo. Perfect. All right. And then, you know, the inner sleeve, it's just black, you know. And then you got the pickups. Fucking awesome. All right. And that's the label, Columbia. All right. All right. One more. The latest. Power Up. The last one I just made. All right. That's the back. And gatefold action going on. Cool stuff, man. You know, they got good songs on here. Realize, Rejection, Shot in the Dark, Through the Mist of Time. Cool song, man. Kick You When You're Down, Witch's Spell, Demon Fire, Wild Reputations, No Man's Land, Systems Down. There's the Money Shot, another word of money. And Code Red. Again, when I first heard this, I'm like, all right, it's cool. We listen to it again. I think I sat down when I first bought this. I listened to it like 4 or 5 times in a row. And I gotta let it sink in, you know what I mean? And it's cool. It's a good, solid album. Nothing bad to say about that, man. All right. This is the inner sleeve that I came with. All right. 180 gram. My albums are just knocked over the camera. All right, don't move. Okay, and that's the other side. And then you got the album itself. You got Angus. And then the iconic lightning bolt. So yeah, man. You know, hopefully they come out with another one. Hopefully it's not too late, too long. You know, hopefully they're recording or doing whatever they're doing. You know, I know they went on the road. You know, Brian left. You know, hearing problems, and they got Axl Rose, who did a great job, you know. And so hopefully they go back and kick some butt. Oh, also in that album came this book. Sorry. These are the liner notes. They're just basically some pictures. It's kind of like a little tour book, actually. All right, band, got some pictures. This came in that album. So yeah, man, that's my AC/DC collection. I hope you dug it, all right? Now, because if you're still watching, an hour later, probably, I mean, my big mouth, is the bonus. It's the bonus section, yeah. Bee Gees, you know, Children of the World. This is a really good album, man. You know, if you grew up in the 70s, these guys were all over the radio. All over the radio. This one's got You Should Be Dancing, You Stepped Into My Life. That's 2 big hits right there. Love So Right, another big hit. Lovers, Can't Keep a Good Man Down. That's a dark horse on this album with another song as well. Boogie Child, another really cool deep cut. Love Me was another hit. Now, the song Subway. I love that freaking song. In New Yorker, it's freaking Subways. But that is a great that should have been a hit. I love that freaking song. The Way It Was, really cool ballad. And the title track, Children of the World, another great song, man. Yeah. Whoa. Slow down. Yeah, it's the Bee Gees. Don't tell me you ain't got no guilty pleasures out there that you listen to, all right? So, yeah, take it easy. Don't let me bust out my Saturday Night Fever soundtrack album, all right? Because I don't want to go there. But yeah, so Bee Gees. And these guys right here, Little River Band, again, you grew up in the 70s, AM radio, man. These guys were all over it here in America. It's a Long Way There, Help Is On Its Way, huge hit. Reminiscing, great song, man. Lonesome Loser, Take It Easy on Me. What was the other one? The Other Guys, cool. The Night Owls, another great song, man. Lady, that was another huge hit. I mean, this is the greatest hit, so man, the all hits are on here. It's worth checking out. And then the other one, all right, Keith Urban. Great guitar player, right? This is a gatefold. Check it out. All right? And like I said, don't sleep on these country guys. Another great guitar player, just off the top of my head with him, is Brad Paisley. That guy can play guitar, man. But this album has got some great songs, man. This is Golden Road. Somebody Like You is a great song. Who Wouldn't Want to Be Me? Whenever I Run. 3 great songs. What About Me? Another great song. You'll Think of Me? Another great song. Jeans On? Another one. You Look Good in My Shirt. You're Not Alone Tonight. Great ballad. You Won. Another great song. Song for Dad. All right. Raining on Sunday is a great ballad. You're Not My God. Really cool shit, man. Check them guys out. And that's it, guys. All right. We'll wrap this up. So be good. Take care of one another out there. Stay out of trouble. And I'll catch you the next time, all right? Keep the faith.